I'm going to explain to you basically the structure of an HTML website. And what you have to do essentially is go up here and click this. This is basically a new file. And what you have to do is type anything you want. But then whenever you have, once you've finished typing your title for the HTML file, you always have to press .htm, or you can also type HTML. So that is up to you. And I want to go here, and so this is a clear example. There's nothing here, and the first thing I'm going to type is an exclamation mark. And here it shows you an EMET abbreviation. What that means is that this exclamation mark is an abbreviation of something that is within the exclamation mark. So example, if I type tab, I get this. So an exclamation mark is the beginning, is an abbreviation of doc type, and the doc type is an HTML. So what this is telling us is that this document is an HTML document, and that is already specified here, but we have to specify it here as well. The HTML lang is basically asking you what language you are going to write your website, or basically what your website, which language your website is in. And here you have meta charset equals to UTF-8. What this is basically the type of characters you're using for your language. So for English, obviously we're using these letters, but if you're writing your website in Chinese, for example, in Mandarin or in Korean or in any other language that uses a different character, then there's a special code for that you have to write, so that the website knows that you're writing in this language specifically. Meta name equals to viewport content. So this is telling the computer, or basically the whatever the domain is, it's basically telling that if your website is on a phone, then the website itself is going to be aligned within the device. And so you can kind of see it here explicitly. It states that the width equals to the device width. So whatever the device is, for example, if you're using a computer, or if you're using a large monitor, then the website will always be displayed proportionally. And the scale here is essentially just the scale or the size of the website. You don't want it to be too big or too small. You want it to fit within the dimensions of the screen of the device that you're using. Here we have title, and what title does is basically represents the document's title or name when you open the website. And so basically if you have if I type okay, that's a bit random, but here I've typed something, and this is within the element title. And if I open this, I get a website that is obviously does not show anything, but the title here is basically this. So whatever I typed here is what shows up here. And so all this information is tied to the head element. And so the head element gives basically the critical information that is required for a website to function properly, and also to identify what type of website it is, if it's like a gaming website or like a different sort of website. So there are different types of websites, and obviously everything that there is to know about the website is placed within the head. And whatever goes here is your basically your pictures, videos, forms, text, or anything else would go in the body. And this is the basic structure of an HTML page. And you start with an HTML tag, and then you end it with the same HTML tag. So I have to type everything within the body in order to appear on the website. So if I type h1, for example, and then I say this is a website, and if I save this, I would have this is a website in this website. So whatever you want to see in a website will go within the body, and it has to be within the body. So you can't type something outside the body and expect to see something on your website, but it has to be, everything has to be within the body, so inside here. And whenever you're finished, then you should always end your website with a -html element. So this is basically closing this element that you have here. And that is it for this tutorial. Thank you very much.